Hello, my name is Hans George Cambell. Welcome to my podcast for August 12th, 2025. Today I want to talk about the new SNAP food restriction waivers. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people complaining that they can no longer buy soda pop and snacks and junk food using their EBT card or their SNAP benefits. So this is what I want to talk about in today's podcast. All right, here I am on the USDA Food and Nutrition Service website, U.S. Department of Agriculture. And okay, the Trump administration is leading bold reform to strengthen integrity and restore nutritional value within the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. USDA is empowering states with greater flexibility to manage their programs by approving SNAP food restriction waivers that restrict the purchase of non-nutritious items like soda and candy. These waivers are a key step in ensuring that taxpayer dollars provide nutritious options that improve health outcomes within SNAP. We encourage states to submit waivers that meet the unique needs in their state. See the map below to track our progress. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So far, these are the states, the ones that are in green here. These are the states that have the waivers approved. And if we go further down, you'll see the summary of the requests from each state. Restricts purchase of soda, fruit and vegetable drinks with less than 50% natural juice, unhealthy drinks, and candy. Restricts purchase of soft drinks, soda pop, candy, prepared desserts. So it's mostly soda pop and candy, which doesn't really affect me that much because I don't drink soda pop. Only stupid people do. I mean, soda pop is one of the worst things you could put into your body. It is poison to the human body. And I don't eat much candy either. Yeah, so it's mostly soft drinks, energy drinks, and candy is what I'm seeing here. Now, the reason why I'm showing you all of this, I want to show you all of this before I talk about how I feel about all of this. Okay, I want to show you the facts first. Okay, I believe in showing where I get my information. Now, Oregon and Washington, we will never be part of this because Oregon and Washington, we are blue states and we hate Donald Trump. We hate everything about Donald Trump, and we will fight Donald Trump with every tooth and nail. We will never become one of these green states. So I live in Oregon, so I don't ever have to worry about this. But I'm actually part of the MAGA group, Make America Great Again, living in a blue state, So, yeah. I do have problems from time to time, and I get really mean looks from people sometimes, but oh well. I agree with most of the things that Donald Trump is doing for our country. I think he's doing a wonderful job. I really do. And I understand why the person that he put in charge of the health of the United States, why he is posing these restrictions. We'll get more into that in a moment. Okay? But these are the states that are affected by the new program. Right here. And it tells you when it goes into effect. Looks like all of them will go into effect next year. So, yeah. And I've been watching YouTube videos about people complaining about this stuff. So now we're going to go to... Actually, I'll go ahead and do that. I want to save that. But we'll go ahead and go into... we'll go there. Now we're at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services website. And this is the man here, Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's in charge of the health of the United States, building a healthier, stronger America. Okay, under the leadership of Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., HHS is driving bold reforms, overhauling America's food, health, and scientific systems to identify the root causes of the chronic disease epidemic and fulfill President Trump's promise to make America healthy again. Okay. Secretary Kennedy celebrates more states removing junk food from SNAP at MAHA Monday on the National Mall. Okay. All right. All right. Here we have the food triangle. This is a very important piece of information. You should memorize this triangle. You notice that on the bottom of the triangle, which is, I'd say, about 30% are of the grains category. Most of the food that you should be eating each day are grains, vegetables, and fruits. That takes up that's about 60% of the food triangle. That's how important grains, vegetables, and fruits are to the human body. Okay? And then smaller portions for milk and alternatives, meat, fish, egg alternatives, and everything else. This includes soda pop and junk food, falls into that remaining top 10%. And yet, for most Americans, it is the foods that are in that that top 10% up there. These are the foods that most Americans consume the most. Okay? And this is the reason why there are so many big, fat, ugly, smelly fucking pigs in this country. Yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell it just like it is. I'm not going to mince words. The two main causes of obesity in the United States of America is soda pop and junk food. This includes fast food. that greasy, fried shit that you people like to put into your bodies, and that sugary, syrupy liquid that you like to consume mass quantities of. You do not realize the damage that these types of foods are doing to your body, or maybe you just don't care, and that's part of the problem. One of the main reasons why so many people today are suffering from some form of cancer is because they're not getting enough of the 3 B vitamins, which are mainly from grains, vegetables, and fruits. Okay? Healthcare professionals and scientists they did their research and they noticed something. Before the 1950s, people suffering from cancer was very low. Very low. But after the 1950s, as people changed their eating habits, then more and more people each year started suffering from cancer. And scientists have figured out why. It's because people are no longer eating the foods that have the B vitamins. And it's the lack of the B vitamins, there's 3 B vitamins, that are causing people to get cancer. Also, because so many people are drinking soda pop and eating so much junk food and sugary foods and sweets, sugar is the main dietary requirement for cancer cells. Cancer cells thrive on sugar. They need sugar to survive and to grow. And they'll grow like crazy the more sugar you consume. And this is the reason why not only there's so many big fat fucking pigs in our country, I'll tell it like it is, because that's exactly what you are. A big fat fucking pig that smells. And none of us like you. No, we don't like big fat fucking pigs. We just tolerate your fat ass. Okay? But also, most people that are in the hospitals right now are fat people, suffering from cancer or some kind of health issues because they don't eat properly. They drink all this soda pop and eat all this sugary bullshit. They're not eating enough grain because they think it's boring. It doesn't taste good. They're not eating enough vegetables and fruits. Again, because they think it's boring. It's yucky. It doesn't taste good. Okay? Now, let me tell you something about fast foods. Okay? Fast foods, the way they make fast food, it is designed to be highly addictive. Yes, you heard that right. That is so important, I'm going to repeat it. Fast food, they are designed to be highly addictive. That's right. They put stuff in the fast food to make you addicted to that food. The average American eats, at least 55 to 65% of the average American's diet consists of fast food and junk food. And you wonder why there's so many sickly fucks in this country. And why almost every damn medical commercial I hear, they say things like this. See your doctor. See your doctor. Talk to your doctor. Well, what if you're not a sickly fuck? You never been sick a day in your life. Never been to the hospital. So you don't have a doctor. Then who the fuck do you talk to? And also, are so many people in this country so sickly that they have to have their own doctor? Yeah, you people need to knock it off. You need to stop eating like shit and then blaming it on large bones or having a thyroid condition. All these other fucking excuses that I've heard. And that's all they are, is excuses. I've been height weight proportionate my entire fucking life. I've never been overweight, never even came close to being a big fat fucking pig. And if I can do it, so can every one of you. So can every one of you. You can do it too. Stop drinking soda pop. Stop eating junk food. Grain should be the main part of your diet. You know how I start my morning? By eating a bowl of oatmeal. That's right, it's one of the best forms of grain you can put in your body. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why grain is so important. Grain is a natural cleanser for the interior walls of your arteries. It keeps cholesterol from building up on the inner walls of your arteries. This way you'll never suffer from high blood pressure. You'll never suffer from heart disease or anything like that. Grain is the body's natural cleanser. You see, you eat that grain like bread or oatmeal or rice, potatoes, that grain. And that grain, it cleanses your body. That's why your body requires about 30% of the food triangle is grain. That's the most important food you can eat. The next two most important foods that you should be eating every day are vegetables and fruits. The things that are in vegetables and fruits kill cancer cells. Cancer cannot handle vegetables and fruits. And if you have developed some kind of cancer, instead of seeing some fucking doctor that only cares about making money off of you, he's not going to cure you. You'll probably fucking die after all the fucking chemo and shit. You'll wind up dying anyway. Why not try this? If you have been diagnosed with cancer, why not go to the grocery store? Go to like Fred Meyer or whatever. Go to some big store, chain, retail store. Buy yourself a juice blender. Get yourself some vegetables and some fruits and start drinking vegetable fruit smoothies every day. In the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening. Eat fruits and vegetables, even in the form if you have to do it in smoothies. As long as it's 100% vegetables, 100% fruit. And I have a feeling that when you do this, your cancer will magically disappear. Stop eating the sugary shit. Stop drinking soda pop. Cut down on the sweets. Eat lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lots of grain, and watch how quickly that cancer dies. But the doctors won't tell you this because they only make money off of sick people. They can't make money off of people that are well, and that's all these people give a fuck about is the money. They don't care about you. Fuck you. The medical industry is a multi-billion-dollar-a-year industry, and they only make money off of sick people. They don't want you well. They don't want you to get better. They want you to be a sick, big, fat fucking pig so they can continue making money off of you. The drug companies are making money off of you. The doctors are making money off of you. That's right. I'm just telling it like it is. Don't get mad at me. I know a lot of you hate my guts because I am outspoken and I tell it like it is. And sometimes you don't like the words that I use or the words that come out of my mouth. Oh well. I'm telling you what you need to hear. Okay? Now you also need a little bit of milk, dairy products. You do need some meat, not too much red meat. Fish, egg, or alternatives. Nuts are a good alternative to meat. You do need some egg, some fish. Fish is very good for your body. It's very good for your body. But you notice everything else falls in that upper 10%. All that sugary shit, all that fat shit, salty shit, junk food, soda pop, that's all in the top 10%. But that is most of what the average American consumes each week. And that's why So many of you, I say most Americans, are sickly fucks that have to have their own doctor. See your doctor. Talk to your doctor. Why? Are most Americans so fucking sickly that they have to have their own goddamn doctor? Are you telling me that? Must be true. Because you hear that in every damn medical commercial. And have you noticed all these medical commercials all of a sudden popping up within the last 5 years? Oh yeah, I've noticed that. Why? Because medicine and health issues is a multi-billion-dollar-a-year industry. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about your health. Fuck you. They only care about making that money from you or your insurance or whatever. They only care about that sweet dollar, that money. That's what they care about. They want you sick. They don't want you healthy. Robert Kennedy Jr. himself said this. That's why they hate his guts. They hate my guts. In fact, they'll probably have YouTube try to pull this video. I'm telling it like it is. You need to knock it off with all this sugary shit and start eating healthy. That's the secret to losing weight. That's my secret to being height-weight proportionate my entire life. I'm talking to all you big fat fucking pigs out there. You can do it. First, stop drinking the soda pop. I know it's going to be very difficult for you to do that, but you must do it. Soda pop is extremely harmful to the human body. You must stop the fast food, stop eating fast food and junk food. It's okay to have some dessert once in a while with your meal, with an actual meal where you eat, rice or potatoes, and you have vegetables and fruits and some meat, maybe a glass of milk or whatever. That's food. And then for dessert, you might eat something sweet for dessert. That's fine. No problems with that. But for most of you, your main diet is soda pop and sweets. You need to knock that shit off right now. If you want to be height, weight proportionate like me, this is what you need to do. If you want to lose that weight and be sexy again, this is what you need to do. I'm talking to you women out there now. Stop complaining. Stop coming up with all these stupid excuses, because that's all they are. Excuses. And people like me that know better, we get sick and tired of hearing your goddamn excuses. Shut the fuck up. Okay? But yeah. So I just thought I'd get this off my chest because I keep seeing these videos on YouTube. These people are complaining about not being able to buy soda pop and candy and cookies and sweets using their EBT card, their food stamps, SNAP program. Now, Robert Kennedy is not stopping you from buying these things. You just can't buy them using the EBT card. He wants all Americans to stop drinking soda pop and eating junk food. But he can't force you to do that. Not all Americans. People that actually work for a living. They have a job that they go to every day, and they work to buy their food. So, if you are on EBT, you can get yourself at least a part-time job, make a little bit of money, and then you can afford to buy your soda pop and your junk food if you insist on damaging your body and developing cancer and dying, going to an early grave. That's your choice. You can do that, but don't expect taxpayers to help you do that, because we're the ones that are funding your EBT, your SNAP, okay, your Section 8 or whatever. That's another thing. Women are complaining about people can only be on Section 8 housing for a maximum of 2 years. I agree with that. Section 8 was never meant to be a lifestyle. Same thing with EBT. Okay, or any of this, the help, the government assistance. It's meant for those people that are down on their luck, they lost their job, whatever, is to help them out till they get another job. But most of these people, they made a living out of it. I mean, they're actually bragging on social media about how the government pays for their housing, pays for their food, while they go out and use the money that they make to get their nails done, to get their hair done, to buy a brand new 2024 Beamer, or a brand new 2024 Cadillac Escalade, because now they can afford it. And the taxpayers is funding, paying for their housing, paying for their food. Oh yeah, they're abusing the system. And they actually brag about it on Twitter or on YouTube, social media. And then they wonder how Adult Family Services Division found out about it and cut them off. And not only did they cut off their EBT or their Section 8 or whatever, or cash assistance, but now they have to pay back tens of thousands of dollars back to the government. And they're all pissed off about that. Oh yeah. Well, maybe you shouldn't scam the system. Maybe you should have went out there, got your lazy ass up off the couch, and get yourself a fucking job, like everyone else, and work, work for a living. See? Government assistance is only to help people in need. That's what it's there for. It's not meant to be an alternative lifestyle. And this is something else I noticed. Have you ever noticed that most people on government assistance are women? I've noticed that. Most are women. And most are black women. That's right. Big, ugly, fat black women that are loudmouth. They're obnoxious. I'm not saying this as a racial, to be a racist or anything like this. No, I have nothing against black people. I have black family members. I have black friends. I have nothing against black people. But I have noticed that most of the women that are getting help from the government are black women. And they're usually overweight. They're big, fat, smelly fucking pigs. And they were actually bragging. I watched videos just a while ago. This one black woman and her fat daughters, right? They just bought 3 shopping carts full of soda pop and junk food before the new restrictions go into effect. It was all junk food. This woman, she spent like almost $2,000 on this junk food. 3 shopping carts full, right? And then she bragged about how she still had over $12,000 in EBT. How the hell these people get this kind of assistance? Holy fuck. And they're bragging about it. Then they wonder why so many Americans are pissed off. Because we're fitting the bill. We're paying for all those 3 shopping carts full of shit that you just bought. Yeah. And I'm sure many of you have been seeing the same videos on YouTube that I have been seeing, So, yeah, I just had to get this off my chest. I hope I didn't offend anyone, but sometimes I am outspoken, and, yeah, sometimes my mouth will get me in trouble, but oh well. I think someone had to say it. Someone had to tell it like it is. And I decided that I'm going to be one of those people. Okay? Anyway, that's it for this podcast. Something you can listen to while you're doing your chores or whatever, My name is Hans George Cambell, and stay tuned for more exciting podcasts in the future.